Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Hanmant. This video is only for educational purpose, and in today's video we shall discuss about a particular stock. By considering a particular stock, let us see how do I analyze a stock. Here I considered Tata Chemicals as the stock, and this is weekly time frame. And in weekly time frame, let me make a zoom out of this. Let us see. We could understand that this particular stock for the last few months, it is continuously in a uptrend. First point, it is clear that it is continuously in a uptrend. So next, let us consider the recent 2 months or 3 months time period, and let us tally what is the probability for this stock to either to take up a upward move or in a sideways or in a downward move. If we consider this particular stock, see here for the last 1 month, this particular stock, though it has made a continuous high, now it has stopped and it has moved in a downward direction. Now for the last 3 weeks, we could understand that this particular stock is taking support at these levels. If it really has to fall down, it would have made a low, right? But it has stopped, and it happened for the last 3 continuous weeks. Now what shall I do is, I will consider a trend line here, right? A horizontal line which acts like a support. Now let me move to the a lower time frame of daily time frame. I am shifting from weekly time frame to daily time frame now. Now let me consider here there is a gap, right? Here there is a gap. So now let me consider one more trend line here where this gap has to be considered, right? So now this gap acts like a, suppose now this particular stock has moved upside, right, from the levels of 767 to that of 800 directly. So now there is a gap from the previous session, right? So now here this particular red line of 802 acts as a best support level if the stock falls down. This is the first point I would like to remind. Next, let us consider here when do this particular stock has much probability to give a breakout, right? So further to understand it better, let me join this high to that of a lower high. Now it has formed one more trend line over here, a slanting trend line, right? I joined the top of this to the lower high. Now in this, if the stock moves above this particular trend line, right, at around 839 or 840 levels, and if continues to stay above this, then the stock can make a upward rally as per my view, and nearly it may come back to these levels of around 882 levels. 882 levels means, let us see here what is the probability from the current. So it can nearly cover a percentage of 6%, right? It can make a percentage of nearly 6% on the upside. And here mainly we could understand one more point here. On this particular daily time frame, this stock is taking support, right? See here, let me consider this. It took support once here, once again it took support at the same level, and continuously for the last 3 days it is taking support at this level. That means it is not showing any interest to move below this. So it acts like a good support, right? And if the stock, though it comes down, it has to take the best support at 802 in case if the stock comes down. But from this particular chart analysis, I do understand that this particular stock is getting rejected at these low levels, and it is tending to move upside direction, right? Every time as it is coming to this level of 815 or 814, it is returning back into the moving back to the upside direction. So even in the last session on daily time basis, it nearly reached a low of 820, and again see here we could understand from this the low that it has covered is 821. So, from this low of 821 it has closed at around near about 829. So, what do we understand from this? Right, we understand that this particular stock is not showing any interest to move in the downward direction, first point. Then what is the probability? If it breaks the upside direction of 840, then it has high probability to reach the levels of 880. So, even I view that if I move to the still lower time frame of 75 minutes time frame, right. So, from this we understand that here it is a good time to buy. I view that this particular stock has good strength, though it comes back to a lower level. 820 is acting as a best support. So, it can move in the upward direction, and even now this particular stock is looking good, right, and we can consider it a target on the upside direction. That target could be around primarily it can reach the previous highs nearly many times. It has stopped over here a value of around 882. So, I view that there is a high probability for this particular stock to cover around 6.5% from the current levels, and initially though it is appearing to be in a sideways pattern, if we have the time to spare nearly 2 months or above that particular time frame, then under such condition this particular stock Tata Chemicals is looking to be a good stock that can make some money in the upward direction, friends. And in this case I view that sometimes it may move down to these levels of around 802 also, but the high probability is that as it got moved in the upward direction from the levels of 818 or 816, I strongly observe that this particular stock cannot show much interest in moving below this value of 810. So, friends, this is my view on Tata Chemicals, as well as this is a method I do generally consider when I take up any particular stock during my analysis. Friends, if you like this video, please do share, subscribe, comment, and support my channel.